Before you move to a new city, you have to make sure the town or the city is the right fit for you. You have to consider the lifestyle, the culture, and of course the cost of living in the area. And along with the cost of living in the area, you gotta make sure you find a job that supports that cost of living. So this video is gonna go over the best jobs to have in the Denver area. I did a quick search on the most common jobs in the Denver area and see if anything stuck out on that list. I found a list of the 50 most common jobs here in the Denver area, and it's from stacker.com and it was published back in 2021, so take it with a grain of salt. We're not gonna go over all 50 of the most common jobs, but I'm gonna give you the top 10 most common jobs here in Denver, just to give you a better chance, statistically speaking, of you landing a job here in the Denver area. So number one on the list of the most common jobs here in the Denver area, and it's not very surprising, it's fast food workers. The average salary is $28,000 per year, and 24 of 1,000 people are in the fast food industry. So yeah, it's not surprising, but maybe you have your sights a little bit higher than the fast food industry, so we're gonna keep going. Number two on the list is software developers and quality assurance analysts. The average salary is $113,000 and 21 of 1,000 people are in that industry. It's surprising that software developers is number two on the list, but then again, not so surprising. I knew that software developers and engineers were popular in Denver, but I didn't know that they were this popular. These software developers, engineers, and analysts are probably working remotely, living here in Denver for the quality of life aspect, and having that base company out of state. And if you are in the tech industry, coming to Colorado is definitely a good idea, especially if you go search on the website builtincolorado.com. Built-in Colorado is an online community for people in the tech industry and people who are doing startups here in the Denver area. It's a great resource for people looking for jobs, looking for tech news, and even events and conferences in the greater Denver area. Number three on the list are stalkers and order fillers. The mean salary is about $34,000 and 21 of 1,000 people have this same job. Now something a little bit more exciting, number four on the list are registered nurses. Again, it's surprising, but not so surprising. There are a ton of medical campuses here, and it is a great place for traveling nurses to come to the Denver area. However, at the same time, it's a pretty prestigious position. So you got to go through nursing school and a lot of education in order to hit that position. Number five on the list are accountants and auditors. The mean salary is $89,000 and 17 of 1,000 people have this job of being an accountant or auditor. This one kind of surprised me. I never knew there were so many accountants or auditors here in the Denver area. But at the same time, Charles Schwab and a lot of other financial institutions, Oracle, they're all here, and it's a pretty popular major within the universities here in Denver. Number six is cashiers. The mean salary is about $30,000 and 17 of 1,000 people are cashiers here in the Denver area. You gotta have them, it's a low barrier to entry, and that's just how the way the world works until AI takes over that position. I think it might happen soon. Number seven are general and operations managers. The mean salary is $155,000 and 14 of 1,000 people are in that position. And compared to the national average, which is $125,000, you're sitting pretty in the Denver area. I know general and operations manager sounds like a pretty general description of what the heck they do, so I'm gonna explain it here a little bit more. They formulate policies, they manage people, and they make sure the right resources go to the right areas. I know these are still very general topics, but I mean, that's why they're called general managers. Maybe there's just not a pinpointed thing to do, but they're there for everything. Number eight is sales rep, and it doesn't include the financial advertising world or insurance world, so sales rep in every other regard than those that I just mentioned. The mean salary is about $84,000 and 14 of 1,000 people have that position. And this is not a bad salary to live in the Denver area because the cost of living forces you to make about $65,000 if you're a single person. Number nine is office clerks, and they make about $46,000 and 14 of 1,000 people have that position of an office clerk. Again, this is a pretty general position and I'm not gonna go into it because it sounds like they go through various different types of work of what the heck a office clerk is. And sorry if I offend you if you are an office clerk. And number 10, to top it all off, are laborers of freight and stock movers. The median salary for this position is about $37,000, and 13 of 1,000 people have this same job. Although this might have changed since 2023 happened, and I don't know if you heard about all those articles with UPS drivers getting upwards of $170,000 for their salary. I mean, with not going into like the strike or politics or things like that, but UPS workers are getting paid much better than the typical laborer or delivery person. And after looking at the list, real estate agents don't make the top 50, which is kind of a good thing for me, I guess. So anyways, maybe you're wondering why I have it listed as the top 50 or the top 10 most common jobs in Denver rather than the best jobs or the highest paying jobs. And the reason why I didn't want to go through the Denver's highest paying jobs is because you'll probably fill all those positions with senior VPs or presidents or CEOs of companies. So organizing it by the two variables of how common it is and how much you get paid, I have structured a couple of the best Denver jobs. The top 4 jobs that are considered best in my opinion are the registered nurses, cybersecurity, software developers and engineers, and also accountants. But here's an option that maybe you should consider, and that's to go self-employed and start your own business here in Denver. And that's because Denver is considered one of the best cities in the nation to start your own business. A new study done by Real Estate Witch actually goes through a bunch of metrics and lists Denver near the top of one of the best places to start your own business, going over certain metrics like real estate filings or corporate filings, how much money is coming into the city, and all those other aspects. Denver has the lowest incorporation filing fee at about $50 compared to all the other cities, which could be about $150 to $200. Also, the state of Colorado is very investor friendly. With a lot of money coming in and not that much brain drain, it's actually really considerable knowing that a lot of the people that graduate college stay in the state due to the quality of life, the hustle and bustle of the lifestyle, and just the mountains as well. And what I mean by brain drain is that the people that do graduate college don't leave the state, they stay within the state, and a lot of the money just stays circulating within Denver or even Colorado in general. What's even more impressive, back in 2021, 49.3% of the Denver population actually had a 4-year degree, which is really good. I'm not saying that you need a 4-year degree to be in the Denver area to have a good shot, but you're in good company to start a company, especially if you need to recruit some really good talent. If starting a company is not your thing, but you want to work more towards a nonprofit, go check out coloradononprofits.org. The job listings here are organized and limited to 501c classified companies and government agencies. Go to that website and go check out the training and events calendar. There's a lot of really cool events and things that happen around the schedule and roundtables that have these experts sit in on these conversations and want to grow those nonprofit organizations to where they should be. And wrapping it all up, there are a lot of factors that might consider it to be the best job here in Denver, but it really all depends on you and what your skill set is. Maybe this gives you a better idea for the job opportunities that are here in the Denver area, especially if you need to look for something that's more local, if you're moving from out of state to in-state. Honestly, I love this city and I love how much it gives back to the community, which, you know, I like giving back to the community as well, with giving a lot of my patronage to the farmers markets, the small businesses here, and that sense of community is here that I haven't seen anywhere else around the nation. So with that being said, there is something out there for you, and if you're ever curious about what it's like to even be a real estate agent or even a geologist here, because that was my previous life, feel free to hit me up. A lot of my contact information is in the description below. I would love to help you out along the way. So that being said, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.